Getting a ride down to the dock. Full service at Hartley's Bay Marina. Hey! This is awesome.
He's out for it.
Coming out on Tuesday.
Nice.
Unless anything happens Monday, but
you do not want to be here on Monday.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
There's got to be at least 75 canoes coming out.
I'm going to avoid that.
You bet.
Thanks for the ride. What was your name?
Johnny B.
Nice to meet you. Adam.
Adam.
Cheers, man.
Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you, sir. Well, that was very cool and unexpected. So as I expected, a bit of a fight to find a campsite. A nice lady said the one beside them was open. It's not ideal, but it's pretty decent. I'm just going to take a quick peek around the corner and see if that other one is free. But it's getting late in the evening and I'm going to have to call it. The heat is also oppressive and I'm dying of hunger. I'm thirsty. So, always an adventure. So I went around the corner just to see if there was either one of two sites that were fairly close, but I'm going to take this other site, the first one that the lady pointed out. It's not ideal, weedy, and close to the other site, but it's decent. And I'm only there for the night, and I'll probably turn in early. Get a good start tomorrow. Sometimes you don't get the site you want, you get the site you get. Thank you for pointing it out. Oh, the heat is just oppressive. Oh, that was gnarly. So evening is setting in. I still need to set up the tent. It's a very, very small site, so this is one of those times when the dragonfly comes in handy because it has such a small footprint. There's options to squeeze it in. I was going to pull back some of that sugar brush or whatever it's called and do it on a rock, but up the trail a little bit there's a soft grassy part, so I think I'll do it there. And then I'll get some dinner cooking, and yeah, bugs are not bad, but yeah, if I didn't have that swim I would just be in dire straits. Gotta get water, still lots to do, but that's what happens when you get away late. I usually don't get away so late. I lit a fire. I'm trying to conserve fuel because if I do hit Georgian Bay today, it might be sparse on firewood and I'm going to need the butane canisters, and I only have 2, which might mean I have to do all the meals in it. So make some coffee first, and I'm not hungry, but I have to eat something because it's going to be a lot of paddling today, and I'm going to make sure to stop for lunch as well. So we have options. We've left the site. I could head to the east-west channel, search along there in either direction for a site, stay there, and then camp close to the marina so I can get out early, or head down the westerly channel all through that rapid system into Georgian Bay and back up, but that's pretty ambitious. I'm not even up to probably 75% of my capability right now. Getting over some injuries, busted my fingers, had a pretty gnarly bicycle accident. I wasn't wearing a helmet. The rear brake failed. I'd been adjusting it, so I had to use the front brake. It was at night. Simultaneously hit a pothole, went over the handlebars, and my noggin hit the curb, knocked myself out for a good minute or so. Bruised up my right thigh and tore the muscles, my side obliques in here, which took quite a while to heal. Cinder Lake was my first dip back in on my birthday, and I was really, really anxious that I had just killed my summer season on the water. But that's what happens. I should have been wearing a helmet, and I should have been more mindful. These things happen. Anywho, I think what I'm probably going to do is head toward the elbow. And then people may have moved on, heading to the bay or back around. So there might be a site there if I decide that I'm pooped or it's too hot. And then head to Georgian Bay. I don't want to jinx it, but man, is there ever a nice, cool tailwind behind me right now. Oh, it's so nice. It's pretty in here. Oddly quiet. Looks like this site is open. It's actually beautiful. It's on a quasi-island, not really an island. I'll have to remember this in case I have to double back if I get stuck. But yeah, that's pretty. It's such a nice spot. It's these kind of things, so tempting to just call an early day, but I really think that I should push on. The map says these are alligator boat remains. I have no idea what an alligator boat is, but I'm gonna look it up. Wow, that's really a piece of history there. Crazy. Another open site, beach site. Oh, it's so hard to pass these up when I fought so hard to get in and had to take that raggedy Ann doll. Yeah, not really my flavor. So odd. A gull and a vulture together, maybe pecking on carrion. Aha, I was right. Having lunch. They were sharing. Maybe the gull had his fill. More alligator boat remains. So strange. I wonder if they were boats designed to transport alligators, like they were trying to stock this channel with alligators to keep the riffraff out, or like control an invasive species. But I don't think that's it. That's too fantastical. It's probably something like it half crawls on land like an alligator and then is amphibious, or I don't know, something. I'm guessing. I actually have no idea. Kind of neat to see little pieces of history like that, though. Well, that's clearly an ejected warp core. Probably burned up in the atmosphere on re-entry and landed here of all places. It almost looks like I could maybe line it through this little creek here at the edge of the rapids and avoid the 310 portage and all the unpacking and packing and everything else. But let's see what these people at the other end are gonna do here. So looks like I'd have to lift over at the end anyways, and the boat is sort of mishmashed, packed with loose stuff, and I honestly thought I was going to be able to just line it. So I'm going to take the portage, which brings me to the next point. I don't have the removable yoke with me. I know I packed it in the truck, but I'm not sure if I left it in the truck or left it at the last campsite. I think I left it in the truck. I can do it without it, it's just a pain in the butt, but I hope I left it in the truck. The seat in this one is actually curved, so you can carry it. It's only 30 pounds without a yoke. Long portages are a pain, but this isn't bad. It's 310. Sweating pretty hard now. I gotta pound some water. Still have a ways to go if I'm gonna get where I'm gonna go. This is a little bit more ambitious than I than I probably should be doing with the time allowed. But anyway, onward. Just as I thought, another ejected warp core engine, but this time from a bird of prey, Klingon bird of prey. Must have been quite a battle. That is quite the stone structure. Wonder what that was. Well, I stumbled upon this site. Talked to a couple of paddlers that said there was dead fish on the rock. They said, oh, someone just threw the fish there, but it was just like I saw before, seagull and vulture feeding on, you know, something that one of them caught, or who knows. But anyway, he said he cleaned it up. He did actually do a good job. I was going to push a little bit further, but I am tempted just to take this. It's kind of got what I want. It's got a nice breeze. The fire pit area is shaded. And there's also fuel. It's quite a large island. So, yeah, I'm just taking a minute here just to ponder. The fire pit needs to be sanitized. There's onion and stuff in there, so I mean bear attractant, but there's also some flat planks of wood that I could make something out of. Stand by. So the only downside to this site on this island is that there's no thunderbox. So I'm going to dig an advanced cat hole because nobody wants to deal with that in the moment. I had this big idea when I started out that I was going to do a camp out on every sabbat on the wheel of the year and then release them sort of in sequence or semi in sequence. That didn't happen. A little ambitious. Because here we are at Lughnasadh again, and we're celebrating bounty. So let's make a bountiful meal. I still have footage to be released from last year and trips coming up. Really looking forward to Halloween. I think I have a November trip coming up with D-Rock. So I'll show you where we came from and where we're going today. We started out here at Hartley Bay Marina, went west up this channel into the main outlet, had some difficulty finding campsites, traveled along this side here, slipped into this bay, and the lady at the closer site to the channel said, oh, there's one beside us, it's pretty decent. That was that raggedy one that I stayed at, but it was in the nick of time. Through this main channel again, then hit the elbow west through the Dallas Rapids, that 280 meter portage, all the way down to Georgian Bay, where we're on Sabine Island. Today, headed east along the shore of Georgian Bay and up through this little inlet into Bass Lake, continuing up again through the main channel. I think I'm just going to continue up this way again and try and find something maybe in here or maybe even up in here. That's it for me. I ate some quinoa and beans. I was still hungry, but now I'm absolutely spent. And hopefully had some sleepy time tea as well. So I'm going to get some shut-eye and we'll pick it up in the morning. For breakfast, got a tangerine, plantain chips, protein bar that was 50% off. That was 50% off a long time ago. Well, they don't go bad, do they? And fruit source veggie. Eating on the road, on the water. Well, we're on the water, heading to the inlet to Bass Lake. Hopefully the water will stay nice and placid as it is. Woke up at 6:47. Left the site at 9:41. Wanted to be up by 9:30, but what can you do? Nice breezy sight last night, but as the evening wore on, the bugs did come out. Woke up around 2:30 to a nice soft rain on the tent. I was going to leave the fly off, but I'm glad I didn't. And didn't have to get out and deal with that in the middle of the night. So, and there's a nice cloud cover right now, which will keep the heat down. Yesterday I was roasting. Again, later in the afternoon, it was nice in the morning, and then last night I was so hot I couldn't get to sleep, and then woke up and I was cold, and my hypothalamus, I think, was just malfunctioning. I couldn't decide if it was hot or cold or... Anyway, goal for today, make as much distance as we can and find a site that has good swimming access. I thought this would, but it was still weedy, kind of off the where you take out, and something nice and deep and private would be nice, but we get what we get. First portage, 40 meters into Bass Lake. And then there's another 30 meter after that. And that's it. Portage is done for the day. That last one was really backed up. They were both short, but anyway. We're on Bass Lake, headed north, up through the French River main outlet. Let's see if we can make some time here.
That's the way to travel.
Oh yeah, not for us though.
How'd you score that right?
I got the puppy.
Well, we're caught in the rain a little bit. Everything's packed away, so it shouldn't last too long. There's one campsite there, another campsite there. If none of them are to my liking, then I guess I shoot across the bay, and it's an east-facing site. So, let's check this last one out and see what we're gonna do. So I found a site, finally. It's a beach site. And I saw this one coming in and I thought it looked scraggly, but now that I'm here, it's kind of nice. It's not really what I would choose. Sand just gets into everything, but it's different. And that's kind of neat. I like when things are different. Oh, this is going to be so hard to clean.
Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Rock.
Can you believe I have vegan sour cream? Unbelievable. Mass hysteria. Let it steep for a bit. Really missed my watch. Yeah, my Vostok amphibian watch stopped working. It's a cheap Russian automatic watch, but kept great time. I really like the looks of it. Had it about 3 years and then just stopped working one day. And parts are hard to find. I went to get it fixed, and so looking for a new one. Probably make more sense to get something like an Eco Drive. But I just love the mechanics in an automatic watch. It's the melding of man and machine. And nice burn hole from a fire ember in my Baleworks cooler. Oh, I hate that. been a really interesting trip. Would I come again on a long weekend? Probably not. But it was still an adventure, and got to see a lot, do a lot, and have a lot of fun. And other than the heat, generally the weather stayed agreeable. French River has a little bit of everything. I'd like to come back and do the voyages route. Maybe with Bro. I think that'd be fun. Well, good news. Went and got the truck, hauled my stuff up, and lo and behold, removable yoke. I didn't leave it at the campsite. Yeah! Well, that ends our 3-night, 4-day French River extravaganza. It was a great tour. I'll see you guys in the next one. Home sweet home.